Today in Conversations That Convert, we'll be talking about how to use video to capture high quality leads.
Welcome to Conversations That Convert. Every week, we'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes tackling relevant lead generation, marketing, and sales topics for remodelers, home improvement companies, and home builders. Conversations That Convert is brought to you by Builder Lead Converter, your perfect sales assistant. And now, here's Rick and Diana.
Hey, Diana, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. And how about you?
Doing well, thank you. And welcome everyone to Conversations That Convert. We have another action-packed episode for you today. And what are we discussing?
Today, we'll discuss about how to attract, capture, and convert high-quality leads. And we will use video this time. And this is part 4 out of 6.
That's right, exactly. This is our series, YouTube University for Builders, and part 4 here is using video to convert high quality leads into clients, or excuse me, using video to capture high quality leads. So Diana, as we jump into this, I just want to ask you a question. Have you watched any videos yet today?
I think so, yes.
I think I have as well. In fact, that's how a lot of consumers today are gathering information. And builders can use video to do the same thing, educate, attract, and ultimately convert high quality leads into profitable jobs. So I guess we got to start out with this question: is why would a lead want to start a relationship with you as a builder? So Diana, there's 3 stages of research that a lead goes through. And I know you've done a couple of remodeling projects, so let's see how this resonates with you. The first stage is where the lead they're just thinking about a project. And so they're looking at either their home that they may want to remodel, or perhaps they want to build a new home. And they're wondering what they could do. There might be some ideas, and that's usually related to lifestyle that they have, but they really are struggling to get some design answers. So the first stage is typically, what could my potential remodeling project or new home project look like? Then they move into, well, how do we determine a price? So I find someone that I'm interested in. Okay, how much would it cost? And then finally, okay, if I have an idea of what I want to build and I have an idea of what it costs, now what were the criteria I used to pick a builder? So I know in your journey, you did a couple of remodeling projects, and I think did you use 2 different firms for your projects?
Actually, several firms, because I tried and I learn as I go. So now, let's say after 2-3 bad experiences, I can say that I know how to choose. But that was, let's say, it's a full-time job, I can say, and you need to spend some time to research and decide and use your intuition, your logic, facts, use everything that you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And so when you were doing your remodeling projects, is that more or less a process you use where, number one, you were looking to say, hey, what could I do with the space? I need to gather some design information.
Yes, that was I'm visual, so I need to see pictures, to imagine, to see a 3D or something, to see how the space will look like, because I can't imagine how. I just see some empty spaces, but if you show me some design and pictures how this will look like, then I will know what I want.
And then based on that, so you started to see probably a look that you liked, you gravitated towards, and then from there, probably the next question was, okay, this is what I like. How much is it going to cost me?
Exactly. That's the most important thing, right?
Right. It's trying to figure out how you cost. And I'm guessing at that point, from a cost standpoint, you probably started to interview builders to try to determine a price. But it's interesting that you use several different firms. What mistakes would you say you made the first time you selected a firm?
Well, I was not. I trusted them that they will do what they are saying that they are doing. So I think uh, maybe um, didn't check to see previous work and how they completed the work, and I didn't ask for referrals, let's say, for or
Mm-hmm.
testimonials from other clients.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. All right. That's very interesting. That you can share your experiences. So I'm guessing then when you selected your second, third, or fourth firm, you probably were doing some of that due diligence to look at their work, ask for references, and maybe check online reviews.
Yes, check online reviews and see, and they had the opportunity to see some other work, that how they finish, if they complete the in time, the work in time, if they keep their word. So, and if they deliver on time, and those, I can say, common sense, basic things, but it seems that they're not so basic.
Yeah, it is. It is complex, and that is the challenge. So we just reviewed with you like the three stages you went through. Like, okay, what will my project look like? How much is it going to cost? And then you struggled with picking a builder. In fact, made some mistakes, maybe picking the wrong builder at first, but then learned from your mistakes. So that is the typical journey of every single design, build, custom home, and remodeling client. That's the phase that they go through. So those particular three phases. So what we're talking about here is trying to answer the question, why would a lead want to start a relationship with you? So we just revealed the three stages that every single one of your prospective clients go through. And so to answer that question, why would a lead want to start a relationship with you? We have to give your prospective clients an offer they can't refuse. So we just walked through the three phases of research, and that sometimes can take months, even years, for somebody to go from getting design ideas to understanding how much it's going to cost to ultimately picking a builder. The larger the project, typically the longer the sales cycle. Those of you that have been doing this for a while, that have been in this industry a long time, that are doing higher end projects, you know that all too well, that it can take years, which is why it's so important to fill your pipeline with leads that are not ready to buy yet, but give you the opportunity over time to nurture that relationship, develop value and trust for your service, your company, your offering, and ultimately get a chance to be able to partner with that client. So when you give someone an offer they can't refuse, really what this comes down to is that you have to provide them with information they can access immediately. Okay, so that is the imperative word here, immediately. So if they're in their pajamas at 11 o'clock at night and they're looking for design ideas, don't put a contingency in place where they have to call you or they have to, meet with you in order to get those design ideas. Let them access that immediately without a conversation. So either face to face or on the phone. So I have to give them an offer on getting design ideas. I have to give them an offer on getting some pricing. I have to give them an offer on how to help them choose a builder. So what it comes down to is this, is that, it's like, how can we use video to capture leads? Understanding now, this is the journey your leads go through. These are the challenges they have when it comes to understanding what they can build, how much it's going to cost, and ultimately picking a builder. So this is, Daiana, my theory, I should say, and it's not really a theory, it's working on right now, but this is really how to use video to capture those leads. Number one in your videos is that you are going to tell them what they're going to get. So I'm going to give you some examples here shortly, but the first thing we have to do in the video is we have to empathize with their struggle to get design ideas, to get pricing information, and or to pick a builder. So we're going to have three different types of videos, different subsets. So we have to empathize with their struggle to get design ideas. Then we have to offer them your solution to get design ideas. And then finally, we need to give them a call to action. So what it looks like is this, is that you're going to empathize with their situation. You are then going to tell them what they're going to get. And using video to tell them means that you're going to have narration on your video. The next thing you're going to do, Diana, is you're going to show them. So you said you're a visual creature, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you need to see it. So when you're giving somebody an offer, show them what they're going to get if they are to take the next step, which is the last part of the process, is to confirm the benefits they will receive. Now, the biggest benefit that they want to receive is they want to get it now. So the benefit they're going to receive is they're going to get ideas for design, as an example. They're going to be able to do this without having a conversation, and most importantly, they're going to get it immediately. Any thoughts on that, Diana?
Yeah, so just to create the message on video and just follow the steps and create short step by step, so they know how to organize themselves without you before they get in touch with you. So that's
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
smart.
and what video allows you to do from a communication standpoint, it allows you to communicate all three ways. So first is the spoken word and the written word, because when you narrate the video, you're also going to put captions on that video. The second way is going to be the tone of voice of the narration. And then the third way is going to be the body language of anybody you put in the video. Now, most videos, what we're talking about here is like, it's not you as the builder behind the camera. It's going to be, some sort of AI generated or stock video images of, say, families enjoying a newly remodeled space or a custom home, because ultimately what your clients are after is a new lifestyle. The means to get that lifestyle is to have you either remodel their home, their current home, or to build that new home. But that's what we're going to do. So we're going to tell them what they're going to get. We're going to show them what they're going to get. And then we're going to confirm the benefits to them using video. Now, next question here is, okay, where can these videos be used and what are some examples? So let's jump through examples first. So from a design standpoint, one of the things that we're big on for remodelers is by providing a design idea book. Works for custom builders as well, but some just different examples of different types of projects, different architectural motifs, different products, colors, architectural styles, all that good stuff, but able to give that to them in a digital book. The other thing that works great with custom home builders is enhanced design libraries. So a searchable design library on your website where they can look at hundreds, if not thousands, of different plans. Again, you want to set yourself up as the local resource for these ideas. So that's number one for design. Now, number two, pricing, and this is a little trickier. Pricing is very, very important that you are able to give your lead budget information, but you're not going to do it in a way where they can just go onto your website or your social media page and see that, this type of project is X per square foot. I mean, that's the worst thing you can do because they're simply going to disqualify you. But what you have to let them do is be able to create a scope of work. And then that scope of work actually creates an emotional attachment to where once they create that scope of work, they can book a call with you to get a budget. So again, remember, from a hierarchy standpoint, design ideas are people that are farthest out. Once somebody has an idea what they want to build and they move towards pricing, they're getting that much closer to then picking a builder. So when somebody goes to pricing, it's going to be a more mature lead. They've been in the marketplace longer. They're going to start their project sooner than later. So again, we built our own software, which you can put on your website, which allows a lead to go ahead and create a scope of work. And then from there, they can request a budget, and that can be done over a phone call. So now you as a builder have the scope of work, and you can quickly break that down and give them a low to high budget range. And then lastly is choosing a builder. So we talked about that's really the last part that goes through the client's mind or the prospective client's mind. So a planning guide is a great tool to help somebody determine what they can build, how much it's going to cost, where they can build it as far as locations if you're a home builder or your service area as a remodeler, and finally picking a builder. What's the checklist of things like you mentioned, Diana? One of the things that you should be asking or researching to determine that you have a good partners. So you can put together a planning guide and you can put that in written content, but then more importantly, you can summarize that into videos. So someone that can now ingest those frequently asked questions using short videos. And of course, the benefit to that is you can create that a really nice emotional attachment using that video. So any thoughts on that, Diana? And I guess if you had something like that available to you, would that have been helpful in your own research?
Sure, absolutely. So I think the purpose of the video can be to make the client's life easy, so they know how to do, what to expect, how to prepare. So everything is in there. And I noticed that we don't take time to read, but if you send me a short video, then I will be more, let's say, available to just watch a short video than to read the instructions or to open, I don't know, a chat with somebody. So I think this is very valuable to just think from the client perspective and help the client succeed.
That's exactly right. You know, what's interesting, you mentioned about instructions. I just put together a new, it was a gate for my deck. So I had a deck rail and I had an opening and I wanted to put a gate on it to keep, kids in or dogs out, or dogs in or kids out, one or the other. But it's interesting in that the instructions were all on video. So they
Nice.
weren't written instruction anymore. It was somebody that was actually doing the project, and it was, here's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And the last time I ordered a new smoker for my grill. Same thing. There was a QR code in the package. I opened up that QR code, it went to a video, and there was instructions in that video. So it seems to be that being able to show somebody visually that it's, number one, it's easier for clients to receive those instructions. Now, it's really interesting that you said that, is that we're making it easier. Most builders today on their website, they have, or their social media or their ads, they have really two things that they're telling their prospective clients to do: call me or fill out this form.
Yeah.
And there's no benefit to them besides that, hey, maybe, give us this information. Maybe we will call you back. Maybe we'll email you back once we have your information. So it's a very big hurdle for that lead to jump over. When you are doing videos, you are lowering that hurdle and you're making it easier. You're removing that barrier to entry. You're making it easier for that lead to walk in to start that relationship with you, because you're giving them something first, and you're using visual mediums, you're using auditory mediums in addition to the written word on the video or the captions, to help convey ideas and information and ultimately expertise. So you're educating that particular lead. And when they look at you as the expert, who do they want to talk to? They want to talk to the expert, right? They don't want to talk to somebody who's a generalist. So where can these videos be used? I guess the last part of our video here today, or our blog, your website, first and foremost. Putting them on your website, and there's lots of different areas, and in future videos we will show some specifics to that. Meta, so that would include Instagram and Facebook. We have Reels, we have Shorts, and or just videos. YouTube is a great way to put your videos on there. And House. Now, House doesn't have video holders, but House, you can put links in your profile to, say, your website or to YouTube, to be able to answer some of these frequently asked questions that all of your leads have. So Diana, I'll leave it to you for your final thoughts.
Well, just create the strategy, use videos, and just keep it short. Think about the client, and I think it will really help the lead create that relationship that you want with
through
you.
Videos, exactly. And you made a really good point there too. Keep it short. Videos should not be long. We try to create all our videos somewhere between, say, 30 to 60 seconds. So it's short bites of information that are easily ingested. You can convey an emotional attachment through the message by using music, again, tone of voice, visual stimulants. And so that lead, again, what you're doing there is you're reducing the barrier to entry. You're lowering that hurdle to get information, And then over time, you're building up a relationship with that lead. You're conveying trust, you're conveying value for what you offer, so that they get to the point where, like, now getting on the phone with you for a conversation is not that big of a deal. They're ready to talk about their project. They're ready to get more specifics answered in their particular situation. So if you would like to know more about how you can use video to attract, capture, and convert high quality leads so you too can pick and choose your clients and jobs, go ahead and click on that schedule a strategy call below. We'll be happy to learn more about your business and show you how you can use video again to really start putting your lead attraction, capture, and conversion on autopilot. So for my brothers and sisters in Christ, may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all always. We'll see you next time on Conversations That Convert. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.